and people bought into this, and that was it. That was it for the New York Times. That was it for CNN. That was it for MSNBC. That was it for his Republican opponents. That was it for his Democratic opponents. He basically wiped them all out with one phrase. This is perfect economy. This is like a first round knockout instead of a 12-round decision victory. He knocked them out in the first round with one phrase: fake news. What it did was discredit everything the mainstream media was trying to say about him. And it gave his supporters an easy response to any negative thing that they heard or were told about Donald Trump. Because see, when Trump started to gain momentum, of course, you have the populace, everyday people who are like, well, I'm starting to like Donald Trump. So let's say you go to work and you're at the water cooler or in the coffee room and you say, I like Donald Trump. But one of your coworkers is like, how can you like Donald Trump? What about this, 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 this? And they start naming all the negative things about him. All you had to say was fake news. See, he made it easy for people to support him because he gave them a very simple term that they could use to answer any questions, any challenges, any negative commentary about him. This is the key. This is the reason why businesses have slogans. The reason businesses have slogans is because they want to give you one idea that you can easily remember, that you don't have to write it down. You can just remember it in your head and it sticks in your mind, that reminds you of them, and it answers any questions about why you would be supportive of it, why you would buy it, why you would get into it. Fake news. Fake news made it easy to take anything negative anybody could say about Donald Trump and completely discredit it with two words. You didn't have to read the New York Times article. Fake news. You didn't have to watch CNN. Fake news. You didn't have to listen to what Hillary Clinton said about him. Fake news. It just knocked your whole thing out. You give a whole speech trashing Donald Trump, and then somebody will say fake news. Your whole speech is invalidated. Do you understand how annoying that can be to people? How infuriating that can be to somebody who spent a whole 3 weeks doing an investigative journalism deep dive into why Trump is not a successful businessman. I remember when Trump was running in 2016, and I made a video saying, well, one of the positives about Donald Trump is that he has success as a businessman. So his approach as a businessman might help America better than these politicians running America. That was one of the strong points that he had in 2016. And a bunch of people would say, well, Dre, Donald Trump, he ain't that successful as a businessman. You look into the details of his career, he had these bankruptcies and this didn't work, and he had this lawsuit and these things didn't work, et cetera, et cetera. All you had to say was fake news. All right, it's fake news. I don't believe you. And it takes all the stuff that you said and it just takes all the wind out of it. Again, it's like in boxing, you hit your opponent in the stomach with a body shot, it takes all the wind out of them. And what it did was discredit the mainstream of everything.